Hi, welcome to Todd's Tips. I'm Todd Barsness, a full-time voiceover talent, and Todd's Tips is a feature of VO Marketing Pro. Now, if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to voiceover, just visit our Facebook page, website, or contact us via email. The links are located here. So here we are again with Todd's Tips. I've been also offering, kind of under the umbrella of Todd's Tips, this other idea, which are my do's and my don'ts, the things that I do and don't. And they're generally not real specific. They're more general business principles. And they're based on my 7 building blocks of VO success, which today we're going to be talking about marketing, which is the 5th building block out of 7. And we always put these caveats up here. And as I mentioned, your business, I mention all the time, your business is your business. It's none of my business. You can run business the way you want to. That's very important to Hudson and I and our 2 companies, that you take these business principles and apply them to your specific situation. These are applicable, but you need to do the work to apply them and to make them work in your situation. So here's my do finally. Nice. I do think most voiceover talent misunderstand marketing. And in a few minutes, I'm going to give you 2 warnings about not misunderstanding marketing. So, to understand good marketing, I think we need to understand icebergs. Recently, I saw a picture of this 150-foot tall iceberg. It was floating down what they call Iceberg Alley, which is located from the coast of Labrador to the southeast coast of the island of Newfoundland. This ice monstrosity looked almost unreal as it was laid up against the local landscape. 150 feet tall. But as I'm sure you know, approximately 90%, scientists say, 90% of an iceberg's mass lies under the water. Imagine the immense size and weight of one of these gigantic masses of ice. It's just unbelievable. So why icebergs when discussing marketing? Well, imagine your marketing being an iceberg. What most voiceover actors focus on is the 10% above the waterline. That's the part that's seen, above the waterline, if you will. Things like headshots and demos and logos and email templates and social media profiles and posts and creating profiles on pay-to-plays and free online casting platforms and creating content so you can be seen and heard, business cards, business video intros, etc. These are all above the water, visual parts of marketing. And these get the most attention in podcasts, in videos, and at conferences. Why? Well, because they're the fun, creative part of VO marketing.
Glamorous.
Yes, they're visible and they're glamorous. And as important as they are, and they are important, they're part of the iceberg. So they have to be. They're still above the waterline. 90% of the iceberg of marketing is below the waterline, out of sight. The 90% includes at least these 2 things: simple, repeatable processes. Simple, repeatable processes. Second of all, organization and discipline. 90% of marketing sits below the waterline of all those other glamorous, showy, fun, creative things. But the hard work are the repeatable processes and the organization and discipline. So here's my 2 warnings so that you don't misunderstand marketing. Beware of courses and conferences and coaches that only focus above the waterline. They have to do that, but they need to tell you what's below the waterline. And that's the problem sometimes we have, is they talk above the waterline and they sell you products, but they don't get you to that bottom part and to tell you about that. Hey, there's going to be a lot of processes that you have to do in an organized and disciplined way. day in and day out for all these other things to matter.
And it's not glamorous.
It's not glamorous.
And you win the fight by doing it quietly and consistently.
Correct. Yep. And then find a coach or a VO group who will encourage you and educate you in the whole marketing process. Maybe you have to use a coach for some of those more above the line things, but make sure you're focusing on the 90% below. Otherwise, those other things aren't going to go very well for very long. And those things are just going to be out there in the internet, never used again, because you're no longer in business. So as I said, I do think most voiceover talent misunderstand marketing. So something to think about.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for taking the time to watch these and listen to these. If you're interested in more videos like this, we do have a whole slew of videos on our VO Marketing Pro YouTube channel, which you are on right now. You can just check out the Todd's Tips, and you'll find all sorts of Todd's Tips from the past. Feel free to leave a comment if something sticks out to you that you like, don't like. Love to hear your feedback.
Thanks a lot for joining me for Todd's Tips. And if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to VO, the links are listed here.